What's going on, guys? This is Aaron from Departures Capital, and this is our Friday afternoon live stream. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I just need to take 2 seconds to fire up the comments, and then I'm looking forward to talking to you guys. Pretty good day today so far. MindMed's back above $5. Slight dip for Lightlink, and it's a pretty decent day for the mining sector, although the large caps are selling off. Don't forget to, of course, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you do appreciate the content, and let's get straight into it. So we're going to structure this as our market minutes, and I'm simply just going to do comment of the day, go over the trading day, talk about the stocks that I like, a few trades that I did, and that will be pretty much it for the live stream. So guys, let's do comment of the day first, and we will also be doing a giveaway on the secondary channel, Departure Stocks. I'll announce the winner of the MindMed merch day. We still have a couple things. Also, for anyone who's tuning in after the fact or right now, I do have an interview set up for JR. I'll mention this later on in the stream for anyone who joins later, but we'll be interviewing JR on Monday. So if you want to head to comment of the, not comment of the day, if you want to head to the Reddit post there, just talking about JR contacted me. What are these awards? All Seeing Upvote Award. Cool. Anyways, going to be interviewing JR this coming Monday, so I will prepare the questions this weekend. And then, I'll take every question into consideration. I can't promise that I'm going to be able to ask every single question, but yeah, I'm reaching out to the community again. Let me know your concerns. I do think, however, that the whole reason we're doing this interview is to better understand the acquisition that MindMed just made. And I'm interested to learn too, because we hear the names, okay, fantastic team, artificial intelligence. I want to hear it straight from JR, what his plan is with this acquisition. And that's going to be pretty exciting. So I hope you bought CBDT. It's on fire. We'll take a look at that a little bit later on. So feel free to offer those suggestions. Let's get into comment of the day real quick. We still got a lot of people who want to win MindMed merch. Enter still if you want to win MindMed merch, and we'll be doing this right after this live stream. Gonna be funny when Buffett jumps back into Barrick. So we did see Berkshire Hathaway dump their entire position. We are seeing the large cap gold stocks sell off substantially today. Barrick is the biggest loser, below $25 per share. Wow, that's something else. So anyways, let's take a look at some of these comments. Appreciate the updates. Sauce me some merch. Bad timing on health mode PR. They should have waited until Monday. Yeah, unfortunately it was a red day. Then let's see what else we got here. I'm wondering what method of delivery are the products. Have you looked into Hulk? I'll have to look into that actually. I heard about that one. Aaron, my man, what's happening? Not turning the sound on again. We all know this is not your first rodeo. Enjoyed the video, short and sweet to the point. Yeah, I try. Next, there was one other good comment. Hey, Aaron, you should do a video on Hello Pal. They're blowing up. They're getting into crypto mining. I've tried my investments from buying a small position after checking them out after one of your videos. Hello Pal almost hit $1, or it did hit $1 from 17 cents, so that's pretty crazy. This was a really nice comment. I love the sponsored videos. Keep putting food on the table, which that is how I make money, of course. It's a mutual benefit and brings us value in what we get, new ideas for us to look further into. I think that's the most important thing, is doing your own research and due diligence. You're transparent, as always, tells us when you like a company. SPO blowing up this week. This one's hilarious. Does JR know about the butt tattoos? If so, what are his thoughts? Does he know about Yacht Week? Is he down for Yacht Week and butt tattoos? So I will have to ask him that. Tats online store is up and running. Hi, Aaron. How's Mr. Wonderful interview coming along? I will ask JR that on Monday. I think that'd be sweet. It'd be an honor. It'd be another milestone for my channel if Kevin O'Leary can make it on. That would be something else. So I hope so. MindMed is the stock I own most of in my portfolio. Merch is always nice. We're in the same boat, buddy. A question for the interview regarding the new company purchase. What goals do they have when it comes to digitalizing medicine? What does that even mean? Ask Jared what he thinks is the best way to go about educating the public on psychedelic medicine. If he'd ever do a podcast with Joe Rogan. I think that's awesome. So, yeah, guys. When you interview Jared, ask him to get on Joe Rogan. He's very interested in psychedelics, and I'm sure would love to have him. Don't forget Rogan. Love that one. 11 likes already. Well, let's make that 12. When's NASDAQ? I got a lot of messages in the Reddit community saying, don't ask him again when MindMed is going on to the NASDAQ. So I might have to refrain from asking him when MindMed's going on to the NASDAQ. I don't know, guys. Like, I'll do it, but honestly, I probably won't do it. Like, you'd have to really ask me to do it. But then again, we know we know what answer we're gonna get. So, sorry. Have you looked into Magic Med Industries? I have not, but I do want to talk about a few things real quick. So that's comment of the day. Now we need to quickly go. Well, first we gotta check. We gotta check in on MindMed, and it's 3:08, guys. What always happens at the close? It sells off. It's done this all week. Not that I'm impatient or anything, but it's just annoying. Look at this, 3 days in a row. Especially on green days. Oh, it's a green day, and then bam. And then it's a green day, bam. So we'll see if we get a sell-off into the close again. If we hold $5, I hope we do. And for real, nice work on the transparency of the sponsored videos. Thanks, man. And I gotta say, one thing that I still don't get to this day is people who come in the comments and they're so bitter and they're like, you didn't talk about the financials. You didn't talk about this. You didn't talk about the management team. And like at the end of the day, it's my video. It's my style of video. I introduce the company very simply. It's not even about, okay, I could maybe go into the financials. I could go into all this and that. But look, why would, as part of your own research and due diligence, yeah, you should probably check the financials. But that's just not my style. So when I introduce a company, it's grazing right over the top, like talking about the name, what they do. And then, you like what you hear from that, then put it on your watch list and do all the research you want. And then they say, oh, you don't care, you just get paid. Anyways, that's just some people. People will always hate. Imagine if, all of the CEOs put, you have to disclose on YouTube. So or whatever, for sponsored content, you have to, you should. I know that there's some people who don't disclose their sponsored content, which is not good. But anyways, I'm not going to go on and on about that. But anyways, we'll see if MindMed holds $5. On the other hand, though, I do want to talk about this company in the silver mining space. Silver and gold are up today. Gold's still not at 1800. Silver is doing much better, but Discovery Metals is making a really nice technical breakout today. This, it looks like we're going to break to all-time highs, or at least 52-week highs. I don't know what their all-time highs are. 5 years, max chart. Definitely not all-time highs. I don't know what was going on back there in 2009. But, yeah, for the past year, this is looking really good. We're retesting those levels that, we saw back there at the original silver rush. Discovery Metals Q2, they will have their updated resource estimate. And I was talking about this, about holding Discovery until Q2 for the big breakout. And that's looking like exactly what we're going to get. So far, so good. I have not been buying this under $2, although it's been performing really nicely. So it's looking like it's on its way back to $1 billion market cap, or to $1 billion market cap. I don't think at 284, their 52-week high, they hit $1 billion market cap. But there's a lot of silver stocks right now that are looking good and are heading much higher. On my watch list for silver stocks, I would still say AAG, Aftermath Silver. It's down 2.4% today, but these charts are looking really nicely, and I do have another interview on the way with their chairman, Michael Williams, in about a month, I believe it is. So this is one stock that I would like to keep accumulating. Already have a decent position in Aftermath Silver. So there's that. What else we got? IPT, or Impact Silver, hasn't moved as nicely. as being so leveraged to the price of silver. It's still in the 90-cent level. So there's a couple. There's Impact Silver that I think will run. Reina Silver. This is another one. Don't worry, guys. We won't talk about gold and silver too long if it's boring you. But I think that Reina Silver will have a similar breakout to Discovery, but they're going to obviously need to produce some drill results for that to happen. So anyways, I want to talk quickly about gold. This was a major point of the video. Sentiment in the gold sector is turning bearish after prices test 8-month lows. So look at the amount of bearish sentiment on Wall Street for gold. 72%. Main Street creeping in on, flipping to bearish sentiment from bullish sentiment. I would say when sentiment completely shifts on both sides to extremely bearish, that's when I will start to accumulate. I don't think we're there yet. I want to see, Barrick in the low 20s. I want to see Agnico Eagle much lower. Yeah, let's talk about that. I'm not an expert, but we'll go with Kirkland Lake. So Kirkland Lake, let's take a look here now. Down 2%. So at down 2%, Kirkland Lake's paying, it's got to be almost 2% now. I think that's phenomenal. Once again, guys, never financial advice. I know I have to say it a million times, but don't buy or sell these stocks because I say I like them, because I'm about to say I really like a bunch of stocks. So don't, get too excited. Keep my excitement aside and always do your own research and due diligence before buying. But look at these prices. Holy smokes. Like the 1-year chart's looking crazy. It hasn't even... We're back down to where values were just bouncing off of the global illness crash. So it's like, wow. I think that at some point, Kirkland Lake will be a $100 stock. That's just my opinion. Yes, Discovery doing great. Picked up some Cameco yesterday. How low do I think Kirkland Lake will go was the question. So we've seen 52-week lows of 25. Personally, I don't think, unless the market crashes, that we're going to go there. But at this point, almost, we need to look back. We need to look back to before 1 year. So one sec. And I'm no technical expert by any means. I just want to try and find a level of support where I think that Kirkland Lake might bottom out. 1 hour, 2 hours. Okay. So the first level, I don't know, 42. 42, I think that's where we could fall to. I'd say, retesting these lows before the market absolutely fell off a cliff. And then if we don't hold that, maybe 35. So 42 and 35. And then a market crash, who knows, 26. But why did it do that? What is this? Okay. We could retest those lows, to be honest, or close to it. I wouldn't put it out of the question. I wouldn't put it out of the question, but I think would it be an awesome buying opportunity? More than likely. So let's take a look. This is my final mining stock watch list. These are all of the mining stocks that I do want to buy at some point. Not all of them now, because like Discovery, I probably wouldn't add to it because it's doing really good. Not that that's a bad thing, but I just feel like there's other ones. Could get some other future runners. But oh yeah, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. I know I only said it once, but don't forget to smash that like button. It's only been 16 minutes, but we almost got 40 of you. So let's see if we can get this to like 50 or 100. I don't know. And tell me where you're from and what your plans are this weekend. That's like my famous question for these Friday afternoon live streams. Tourmaline is actually doing kind of good, and Fosterville South, surprise, surprise. Those are two stocks that I still like, but obviously have not performed that well with the sliding gold. Fury was having a good day. Extra Gold has been doing really good. Let's see what else we got here. So let's take a look at some of the highest yielding large caps. Where is Newmont Gold? There we go. Good thing I've got my tea here. So anyways, let's move to the next one. Kinross is down another 3%, yielding 1.3%. I'll check out some other stocks just later on. I want to finish all these gold stocks. Turmalina up 8%. Hopefully I'm going to be getting Brian Cesarchuk back on. We'll see if we can do that soon. I would love to get some updates. Graham Plant. Yes, sir, I am. Whereabouts are you from? Fosterville up 4.9%, bouncing off of those lows. 52-week lows of 91 cents. How low are we going to go? Square one, bud. Nice. $1.39. Are we going to fall that low for Fosterville? Don't know. Extra Gold, $1.40. Extra Gold has been one impressive gold stock despite the selling. Like, it's not that far off of 52-week lows, or 52-week highs, sorry. Toronto, but I live in Montreal now. How is Montreal? Man, look at this. These stocks look so cheap. Like B2 Gold is below $6 now, yielding over 3%. That's a decent dividend. Like 3% is a decent dividend for a gold stock with exposure to gold. I don't know. Maybe I'm just obsessed with gold, but whatever. I'm obsessed with the valuations right now because I didn't think that we'd get these kinds of prices. That's why I wasn't looking at the large caps. They didn't really excite me, to be honest, because their valuations look too high, but yes, sir. Mindspace Clinics. Thought, if any, on HLYN. HYLN. So on to the next one. Newmont down another 1.2% to 2.73%. Once Newmont hits 3% yield, it'd be pretty awesome. FSX open at 91 cents in April. I believe it did. I remember watching that thing run because I didn't have enough money to invest into many companies, to be honest. It's crazy how things can change when you just work hard. I would have invested into anything Brian was doing at the time. I just literally didn't have the money. So I got in later and didn't even make anything yet on Fosterville, but I'm hoping that it will go back up. So anyways, MJ Stock, Supreme. I remember doing some sponsored vids for them a long time ago. Chart looks pretty good. Right now it looks like it's hit a level of support around 30 cents. So price of MMED December 2021. Wait a second. What? Snowmobiling this weekend. That sounds awesome, buddy. I thought you meant 2020. Price of MindMed December 2021. Weren't we flying high? Yeah. Pretty sure. 40 people already, guys. That's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. We got 39 minutes left into the close, and surprise, MindMed's drifting lower. Can we hold on to 2% today? Can you give us $5? I would like to hold on to $5. That would make me happy. GMBL NASDAQ Esports small cap. All right. We'll take a look. Esports companies are doing really interesting. JR is going to get to cook. Wait, what? Sorry. JR is going to get to cook on his own product. The company is going to... Oh, man. You're hilarious. Yeah, the stock's doing good. Another interesting one. Sorry to skip away real quick. We'll take a quick look at the charts. GMBL. I've heard about this one before, actually. I heard about it when it was much cheaper, so congrats to owning that. But now we got to look at an interesting company that I'm so excited about, and that's Lightlink. and it's still very low volume, extremely low volume today. But holding on to a very interesting level right now. Man, these charts look so weird when that happens. Let's condense them a bit. So one thing I've been noticing, and they're doing a lot of stuff with this company, but higher lows. So Lightlink hit 52 cents or 50 cents, bounced off that. Then we recently hit 52.7. This to me is looking like a bull flag, but and we've seen it a couple times. So pretty excited for this one. Hopefully we'll have some news on the way, waiting to release their CEO interview and a bunch of other stuff, which is also not sponsored. One of the very few interviews that I do that are not sponsored, just because I own a bunch of shares. So I'd rather, it's relatively small cap and just supporting this one that I think is pretty interesting. So your take on DSV Numi from these levels. Sweet. So thoughts on light access. Give me a sec. So Bo Christensen, we were literally just talking about DSV. So one of two things I think is going to happen if you're talking about Discovery Metals, because I've expressed my enthusiasm for this company when it was trading around like $1.60, $1.70, and I've held it, and I still hold it, and I'm super happy that we're getting this. This is, in my opinion, a nice technical breakout. Like, we're breaking out of that low 2 range. So you guys know I'm a super bull on silver, so I'm going to be holding this one for sure. I think we're heading to fresh maybe not all-time highs, because I don't know what the all-time highs were back then. Like, I don't know what was going on back there in this chart's wrong. Sorry guys, 1 sec. We need the 3-year chart. Maybe not. Maybe this is all-time highs. I thought I saw something. Yeah, what the heck is this? Back there in 2009, whatever, it doesn't matter. That's irrelevant now. Anyways, what I'm saying is I think that we're going to get a breakout to fresh 52-week highs for Discovery. I'm a bull on silver, and they're going to have their updated resource estimate. So this is a great hedge to my portfolio, silver stocks, because I'm heavily in MindMed and Lightlink. So I'm going to be holding. That's it. I think we're going over $3. That's just my personal opinion. Please don't take that as financial advice. And then on Numi, I think the charts look extremely healthy. Just for most stocks in the psychedelic sector, I think that we're going to get a break to fresh 52-week highs. I don't know what Numi did before this, but I think that we will probably test the 2s and break to maybe the 3s. So anyways, have you looked into Nickel Rock Resources, NICL? It's been falling for over a month. So the thing is, that is a sponsored video that I did, and they sponsored the video, but the stock went up, like, I don't know when I talked about it, it was either 10 or 20 cents, and it went to like $1. So for it to pull back like that, I mean, those small cap stocks are extremely volatile, especially when it goes up by 500%, based on, there's some enthusiasm in the company, but you got to be really careful with these stocks. It's just like GameStop. It's like all of those other stocks that do things like this. It's fun on the ride up, but it can be painful on the ride down, and they're risky, they're volatile. That's why I put a little bit more extra emphasis at the start of these types of videos whenever I'm talking about these super small cap stocks, letting you guys know that they're super volatile. So, I don't know, around 44 cents right now. It looks interesting. I'd be scared, if I was buying it 60, 70, 80 cents, especially when it's ran so fast in such a short period of time. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I am, however, bullish on this sector, especially the companies that will supply, you know, the companies that will supply the EV market, the commodity suppliers, the companies that have these commodities in the ground, they're planning to mine them, all of that kind of stuff. I feel like there's going to be a lot of M&A activity. Like if Tesla wanted to, they could go out and literally buy these companies. They have so much money in the sector. There's so much money coming into the sector. So that's my thoughts on that stuff. What else we got here? SRAC. What do you think about ZOM? ZOM, I've never looked at it, but let's see. Zomedica Pharmaceuticals. Yes, thoughts on next? That's a good question. Zomedica Pharmaceuticals. I don't know too much about this company or what they do, but let's check real quick. I'm not a big pharma expert, except for MindMed in the psychedelic sector. Veterinarian diagnostic and pharmaceutical company. Products for companion animals, dogs, cats. I think that's a lucrative business. Just depends on what they're doing in there. Bulk acoustic wave sensor based point of care platform. So yeah, I'd have to look more into them, but I mean the chart looks pretty interesting. Looks like they've had a lot of gains. Reyna and Jag. So I just talked about Reyna. It was literally one of the stocks that I still like. It's still one of my biggest silver positions, and I'm waiting for this thing to pop because the charts look so nice. Like we're at $1.15 now. It's looking good. I think it's going to be over $2 at some point. The mask seemed like a curveball this week. Do you agree? I think the moral of the story is that Next is gonna get into different sectors more than just their coffee pods. So I wouldn't think too much into it and say that it's a negative. I think that this was more so like I don't know how to say it. Well, I guess I know how to say it. Not buy the room or sell the news. I think this was more of a sell the news scenario where I think that it probably is good news. Just the fact that they're showing the market that they can use their technology for more than just coffee pods, so that this could be a very scalable business. But I think it was more so sell the news. So the news might not necessarily have been so bad, but the stock pulled back due to profit taking, and it did pop in the morning, which makes me believe that initially people were like, okay, but then they looked at the chart and saw it run from $3 to like $5.90, and they're like, all right, you know what, sell the news. So prototype by Q4 2021 seems too late. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to say, what exactly is going to happen in this market, especially in the world. I mean, I would love to say that masks are going to be gone by Q4 of 2021. That would be amazing. And, I'd rather have, I hate to say it, but I'd rather have life go back to normal than, Next profit off of their prototype masks. But I don't think that's going to be the case. I think, unfortunately, we're still going to be wearing masks then. So it's cool. But then again, Next is an innovative company, so I'm sure, or who knows, but by then they're probably going to be getting into other things. It's like, I think the moral of the story for Next is their intellectual property and the technology that they have. So if you're bullish on, that compostable material type sector or those companies that are trying to do that kind of stuff, which I do think is a really interesting, spot in the market, because I do feel like we need companies like this. And the company is called Next Innovations. So they're a very innovative company. But I think the value for Next lies in their intellectual property. But masks, not so sure on. I mean, right now I think it's a pretty cool idea. We'll see if they can pull it off. But yeah, that's my honest opinion right now. TL, I loaded up on silver miners. Let's go. I love it. I think that silver will perform well alongside a market rally, or even if the market continues to stabilize. It's really interesting seeing silver and silver mining companies perform and gold mining companies lag. I don't think that will happen forever, but I'm also not too sad about it, because I would love to, and I will be doing it if I can take some profits on my favorite stocks. Need MindMed to cross $10 to average down on ABX Nightmare. JR doesn't know that. Timothy McGlynn, my pleasure, man. Thank you for tuning in to my live stream. Just smash the like button. That's the only thing I ask for. Or hit the subscribe button if you already haven't. So anyways, guys, it's 4:33. So let's, what else can we do here? U.S. market is saturated on green tech stocks. Canada always follows. Do you think time to invest in Canadian green technology stocks? We have seen a little bit of that flow already. Feel free to suggest some of those. Green energy, like if we look at stocks like green energy stocks, this is one that I've followed for a while. It's Northland Power. It's a Canadian stock, strictly focused on renewable energy. And if we look at the charts, like it's just been a monster last 5 years, like $20 to almost $50. Still waiting for you to cover Red Light Holland or interview with Todd Shapiro. I've messaged him multiple times on Twitter after he followed me, didn't get back to me. So at this point, I don't know what to do. I don't want to be like, too annoying. I can send him another follow-up, but it just looks bad in the chat history when it's like, hey man, are you ready to do that interview? Let me know. And it's like, hey man, how's it going? Just following up with you. How are things going? No reply. Hey man, just wondering if you're still interested in that interview. Let me know. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, Algonquin and Brookfield Renewables, two fantastic stocks. Own both of them, and they are awesome. I just wanted to quickly look at Red Light Holland because it is the rally is kind of. We tried to break 60s, but didn't just yet. AQN. The Canadian government ruling on betting is likely bumping them all up. So AQN, I think, this has been a fantastic long-term hold for my long-term portfolio, like ever since, how long? Single digits, actually. That goes back years, though. Like, also, the rule is that you shouldn't stop until you get an answer. Mark. I get that, but my only question is, I don't know. Do I want to be that guy? Thoughts on the drone market? I think it's got lots of potential. I think it's hyped up pretty nicely right now, though. FLT. You know what, Mark? I couldn't stop but think, about that comment. The rule is you never stop until you get an answer. Honestly, though, like that has worked out. Being persistent without being too persistent, I think that's the key. FLT is Drone Delivery Canada. Yep. Or were you asking me about FLT? I think FLT is stabilizing. Well, it is stabilizing around $2, but at this point, I'm kicking myself for not getting in the low $1 range. Very much so, but we'll see. That I didn't know about that. That would be a little bit of a red flag depending on how much. I think they're honestly like, okay, who knows when they were in, but they're probably taking some profits, to be honest. Like, who knows if there's going to be a pullback, They're people too. Like, JR sold all of his shares below $5, and here we are now, above $5. And I hope I'm not going to be kicking myself in like 15 minutes if MindMed drops below $5. We're still at 503. So, I mean, JR did say in the interview that there's certain times when he can sell. So he wanted to, you know, secure the future financially for him and his family. So he was selling like this whole time, like I think he even sold some in the threes, high fours, 480. Now we're at $5. Looks like we're ready to break out. So I hope we are ready to break out. I was thinking of buying ORTX today at 780. ORTX. Don't really follow them. There's a lot of stocks I don't follow. Honestly, guys, like I've got this set stocks that I follow. I've got my watch list on my iPhone. And day to day, normally I'm just trying to secure the bag. I totally agree with that. Sometimes you gotta, regardless of, you know, it goes up after, whatever. Sometimes peace of mind is more valuable than having all your money invested all at once, you know, and with no security. It can also be stressful. And that's not good, because sometimes, you know, you want to be able to focus on the things that you want to focus on without having to worry about your finances. So whatever, and I hope MindMed keeps going up from here, and then all the people who, you know, doubted it, you know, maybe they're just like, oh, well, maybe he actually did just want to secure. But anyways, that's why you got to just invest in stuff and do your own research and believe in it. Whatever happens, happens. That's life. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this up real soon. It's been fun. I'm glad I got to talk about a bunch of different stocks. I like when you guys ask me my opinion, and I try my best to answer. So I am going to wrap this up. I'm going to shoot a video for Departure Stocks right now. I'll get those MindMed merch winners. All of the MindMed merch has been mailed out to all of our winners. So I look forward to bringing you guys more merch. And that's it. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I'm out of here. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to Departure Stocks, and we'll be hitting you with more content on the way.